Hi again, discussing now again Honda Odyssey, the starter circuit. Honda Odyssey, and the same for other Hondas also, the same concept. Accord, Civics, same type of diagram and components basically. Now, when you talk about the starter motor, I'd like to start from the battery. So, key points over here is the ignition key over here, the relay, this over here, the range switch, and also obviously the starter itself. So we'll start over here. Now, two paths. We know we need a path to activate the solenoids, which activate the starter motor. When this is activated, this switch is closed, and guess what? All that high current goes into the starter motor through this big thick wire that you always see, the red one. Now, before that happens, something has to happen prior to this. All vehicles. This is the battery, 6 cells, 2.1 cell each one, times 6 is 12.6 on a fully charged battery. Here's the wire, black wire, goes through multi-fuse, 120 amps, another one 50 amps. All this is one unit. Underhood fuse relay box, right rear of engine compartment. This is one unit. And remember this. We'll come back to it. Current flows here, current flows. Now when you're in ignition switch, you have to be in which position? You have to be in the start position. Then you go to the run position. On and run is the same thing, but different makes and models. One calls it on, one calls it run. Same concept. I'm in the start position to start the starter. I go over here, current flows here. I'm still at 12 volts. I didn't lose anything from the battery. 12 volts over here, current flows here, activates this. Now we have 12 volts at the top. We know we need a ground. How are we going to get a ground? Through a computer, through a physical ground? Guess what? We have two things we need. There's something called over here in this one, in the gear shift, in the range switch, transmission range switch. We have to be in either neutral or park. One of those. If you can't make it in park, try neutral to see if you can start the car, because then there's a safety neutral switch, a parking neutral switch that has to be activated. If you start it in park and you can't do that, you try neutral all the time. See if it starts in neutral. Might be the switch. However, so we need this ground through here, through this. So two things have to happen. First, we have to be in the start position. Second of all, we have to be in either a park position or a neutral position. Two of those things have to happen to give this a ground. When that happens, current flows here. This contact makes contact from pin 1 to pin 2. We have 12 volts over here going to the solenoid. One is a holding solenoid. A holding solenoid over here, and goes to this and through this. So therefore, we activate the solenoid, and then this gets the current that it's supposed to, because this is closed. So therefore, we can't get to the starter motor. We know we have a problem. Where can we go? How about over here, the multifuses? These are known to go bad in Hondas. And again, it's one unit, 50 amp and 120 amps. These are known to go bad. 12 volts over here. If I go, let's say I can't find the switch, I can't go through the switch, but if I could go through this relay over here or some point, and I measure 0, all likelihood, the problem is in this thing. Okay? Again, it's a matter of access. It's hard to get to the starter motor, but it's easy to get to this. So we go over here and measure 12 volts. We should measure 12 volts at the other side also. If you don't measure 12 volts here, one of this, either this one or this one, is open. Doesn't matter. We change the unit. It's known to go bad. Anyway, all Hondas the same. And like I said, thanks for watching.